Mick. Hi, Mick. Hey, that isn't fair. You're not supposed to do me. I'm supposed to be doing you. Would you like a carrot? Should we go in here where where there are less people?
August 4th,
okay.
1972. Cabot meets the Rolling Stones.
Morning. Can you sort of tell me what, my way around in here? I don't know who's who and what's what. Doesn't all this upset you, all these people?
Yeah, it's a great crowd for a morning show.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones. The whole concept of the passage of time really comes to light in your Rolling Stones show because you are interviewing fans outside of Madison Square Garden who are waiting to get in to see the Stones. And you interview this one person who's a bit older than the others, and he admits to being over 30. And you say, well, Jagger's going to be over 30 in a couple of years. And this fellow says, oh, yeah, but Jagger can probably keep going until he's 40.
My eyes deceive me. Are you a postman?
What is it?
Are you a postman?
Yes, sir. And I like to see a lot of young people. It means that I like rock music at the same time, even though I'm past 30, but still I feel under 30. So you can all trust me.
Well, Jagger will be past 30 in a year or so, won't he?
It's all right, but I'm still going to like him even then, and I think he can go till 40.
Do you have a ticket?
No, I'm still working. I can go see the show, and I don't want to pay $75 for a scalper, no matter how much I like the rocks.
The thing I'd like to know from Mick is, like, now that he's much older, if he enjoys playing to the crowds that are so much younger than he was, like, years ago when he was playing to his own, like, peer group, like.
Do you think it's the same crowd that used to come, or is it a younger crowd while he's getting older?
Definitely younger. It's definitely a younger crowd than it used to be.
It's younger, but it's the same crowd.
Jagger is now 62, and he's still at it.
Thank God nobody told Mick that he was through at 40.
Yeah. You actually asked Jagger, can you imagine doing this when he's 60, walking out with a cane? Now, Jagger, interestingly, immediately says, oh, absolutely. He can see himself doing this when he's 60.
You know why? Because Mick went to the London School of Economics, and he's good on numbers. I mentioned that he went to that once on a show, and people said, what was that supposed to be, that thing you said he went to? Come on.
Yeah, you talked to him about it on this episode, I think.
Oh, do I?
Keynesian economics.
When you were in the London School of Economics, were you a Keynesian economist, or what?
That's what I was bribed. That's what I was told that I was going to be, Keynesian,
And how'd you decide not to graduate? Or did you graduate?
By
2 years.
Yeah, well, I just decided.
You had 2 years. Do you ever run into your old friends from the economics school?
No, I had a few guitar players that were there, but I hadn't seen them for a long time.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that really that I couldn't understand. They told me that until I took the master's degree, I never really get into it, you know, because there's so many unknown factors in Keynesianism, so I didn't bother.
You didn't want to give your life to that.
No.
You really like to bring up the thing that nobody ever has to them, and that will surprise
I'm just
people.
beating the insects off.
And they're everywhere. Oh, I thought you got all that. Oh, okay. If anybody tried to see me just before a performance like this, I'd be furious. I didn't know you were so good about things like
furious.
this. Are you?
No, not really. That's all right.
Yeah. The rumor that you're going to call me on stage during the show to sing something from Gilbert and Sullivan, I think is very exciting. Is there any truth to this?
Yes, there is. You have to come on at the end and do the duet, because we're not doing the duet with Stevie Wonder in the afternoon show, so you can do it.
So you and I are doing Titwillow
Yes,
later on? Okay, that'll be good.
Yes,
A girl outside was very worried about your weight and had to know exactly what it is. Do you mind revealing anything that intimate?
Yes, 10 kilos.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be glad to know that, and we'll go right to the library to figure it out. Mick, how do you move around in public?
Sort of with a twist and a spin all
No,
the
I
time.
know that. I mean, could you go from, if you wanted to walk from the hotel over here, have you ever thought of, getting a crew cut?
I wouldn't get in, man. The policemen are too heavy out there.
Yeah. Can this bother you too much security? Can it affect the audience if there
Yeah, it does.
too many?
It does.
Too
But, you
around?
know, you have to try and find a happy medium, and one's not totally in control, because, like, in a lot of these towns, you know, like the police, like, they have their own thing of what they're going to do, you know, so, you know, they're going to do it anyway, you know, whatever you say. You know, we've got to have X amount of people, or, you know.
So it's sort of out of your control.
Well, not
depending on-
always, but, I mean, you try and talk to them, and some of them are really nice and reasonable, and some of them aren't, you know.
Do you ever stand on stage and get a sense of menace or worry, or does it feel about the same each show?
Oh, it's too different, yeah.
It is different.
Yeah, I mean...
Can you walk out and tell what it's going to be like that night? Can you say this is a bad night?
As soon as you
and
get on there, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know what the audience is like. Yeah.
Do you read poetry?
No.
I know.
Do you?
Well, sometimes. But you were registered at a hotel, I won't say what, but under the name of a 18th century poet at one point, and I just wondered if that was
I haven't read him for years.
Haven't.
No. His is only a slim volume. No, it's quite a lot, actually, but I read it once.
Yeah. Do you write
I didn't realise
yourself?
you had notes.
Notes? I
I
have
never
no
thought
notes.
you had notes. I thought it was all just straight off.
What notes?
Okay.
I do it. It's all. Well, what's going through you now? Are you nervous? Are you about ready to bounce on
Yeah,
stage?
I'm
Do you
nervous,
feel any anxiety or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why aren't I afraid of you? Now, I had read all these things about you, and some people called you the devil incarnate. I don't know who started that. British
No,
journalists and all.
I don't know.
And yet, the other day when we were throwing stones into the sea, you were very calm, and you're not
Serene.
terrifying in person.
No, it would have been even... If you'd have come on the horse, maybe I would have turned into a terrifying aspect.
How do you know I have a horse?
I know.
It's amazing. What else do you want to know about me? I have a little time here if you want to talk.
I don't have much dick.
I know. I really do appreciate you doing this.
Well, I have about 2 minutes before.
Would you ever do 30 cities in a row this fast again if you...
Yeah, do it now.
You're not
Give me a
just-
week off, though. I just want a week off.
You could,
do it
and you could
again.
go right back into it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a week off, maybe 2 weeks.
Gee.
Some bands do that. I mean, you know, we're not very hard working, really. Some bands down the road all the time.
Is there ever a temptation right now, when a whole audience is out there waiting for you, to just say, to chuck it and just say, I don't want to do it, I can't go on, it's just, they're asking too much of me? Because you earn every cent with that performance you give. It's unbelievable, the exercise, the energy, the fact that you lose probably 10 pounds a night.
I can't remember what the question was.
I don't
now.
remember either now. I completely lost sight of it.
I was saying, yeah, there is a temptation sometimes. When you're not there, you know, when you have a real problem to get there or something, you know. Like the other night when we were in jail, like...
When you were in jail?
Yeah, I mean, Keith and I were in this thing, and he was one side and I was the other, and we had this wall, and I say, well, doesn't look like we're going to make it, so let's just forget about it and not try and make it. So Keith says, we've got to make it. So I say, okay, we've got to make it. So we start yelling out the way, we've got to make it, we've got to make it, you know. We didn't have to, they
did
did
make
it all.
it.
They did, we didn't do it, though. I mean, you know, they did it, got us out on that.
Can you picture yourself at the age 60 doing what you do now?
Yeah, easily, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Going on stage with a cane and moving the way you do?
No, there's a lot of people that do it at 69. I think it's a bit weird, you know, but they seem to still get their rocks off at it. Marlene Dietrich, she still does it, and she's more than 60.
She still does it?
Yeah. She
You know
did it
this?
in London, yeah.
Really? I didn't realize
She's more
that.
than
I had
60.
rumors that she does, but I
I
didn't
think
know
I've got
that
the
she
right person. I'm a bit
Marlene
confused at
Dietrich.
that area there.
Falling in love again. Never wanted to.
I don't know anymore.
What am I to do? I can't help it. What am I doing singing
You're doing very
with
well.
you?
Man.
Do you suppose if we... I don't know if there's... your world seems so different, and yet we seem to be able to talk easily. I don't know what it is.
You've got this mania for talking, though. And that's why.
I don't really. I'm not a natural talker. I could go for months without talking. Are you shy? Could you go for weeks without saying a word to anybody?
Yeah,
and enjoy
I do.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said I never found a companion who was as companionable as solitude. I don't know who said it, but isn't it?
That's quite nice.
Can I identify with that?
Can I give you the next line? No.
Yeah.
Cut. You run out of film.
There are a couple of recurring themes in a lot of these shows in which you feature the rock stars. Is that one is the issue of violence and riots and police brutality and security at concerts. It comes up in at least one of the Joplin interviews. It's discussed with Jagger and the Stones. Was this on the mind? This obviously was on your mind.
Very much, because I had seen disturbances around the streets of New York, and then the man being stabbed on camera at Altamont, and I liked the musicians, and so I sort of worried about some idiot will throw a Molotov cocktail onto the stage and fry a group of them. I don't know how many injuries there really were, but I would think there must have been quite a number, because the very few times that I went to a rock concert, and one was 2 of the Stones at the Garden in order to do this stuff for the show. The first one, Mick is singing in the spotlight, and BAM! But not a gunshot. You knew it wasn't a gunshot instantly, and then you saw that a Pepsi-Cola bottle, perhaps, had just hit the stage and powdered itself. That was such a dangerous moment.
That could have been disastrous.
Yeah, he would have been killed if he'd been hit in the head, surely. He would have fractured the skull. Well, he was very cool about it and did what you're taught to do in school, to not become impolite, by saying, don't throw no fucking bottles on the stage.
Hey, send the time and not go around the revolution. Where I live, the game to play is not no revolution. What can a boy do when the thing goes rock and roll back? Find a thing that, no, down there. It's so simple, be minded.
I thought it would be funny to say to him, would you take that last number once more with a little feeling? But I didn't get a chance to do that. I'm sure he would have been amused. Can you picture yourself at the age 60 doing what you do now?
Yeah, easily, yeah.